close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. So for our visitors, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get a few.
Today, from Dublin, Ireland, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Deshaun Watson and the Dublin Shamrocks taking on Jacoby Brissett and the London Monarchs.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 14 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
From the 35 on second down, Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now Watson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And hang on here, because still down after that play is Marquise Brown. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Gordon on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 down to the 9. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Trying to get it with Snell. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Here's Brissett. Caught right side. It's Lewis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Watson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 1st down, Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught by Davis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Nothing after one on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Brissett sets to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Brissett going up top for Kupp. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Watson. This will be caught once again by Brown. 7 yards the pickup there. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Well, we joked on his 1,099th catch that 1099 reminded us of our taxes. This one's not as funny. He has 1,100 catches. He is legit.
Well, he's also in a different tax bracket than we are because of those 1,100 catches. He has earned it, hasn't he?
Indeed. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Gordon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down at 7. This is Gordon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Shamrocks are able to extend their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it. Matt Amendola now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. From the 27, Brissett over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Brissett's throw there, caught by Gallup. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And they bring their punter out there now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson, and that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Watson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not, and dropped him for no gain.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, Ingram. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On second down, Ingram again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, Brissett. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Brissett now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson on 1st down. To Gordon, out left. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
To throw is Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Shamrocks are able to add on to that lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. London about set to take over on offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Ingram again.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brissett. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. His last catch was number 1,100. This one, 1,101. Puts him even with 2013 Hall of Famer Chris Carter.
So it just tells you it doesn't matter whether you catch it with one hand, catch it with 2 hands. They count the save. And what a number he has put up in his career.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
London about set to take over on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Brissett to throw on first. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Now Brissett. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Brissett. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Throwing, Brissett.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
To throw is Brissett. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 15. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Throw to the right here to Gordon.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Watson.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now Gordon on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Brissett. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Brissett. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're running. Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Here's Brissett. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brissett. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Brissett looks to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now Brissett.
going for it all. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the home team here, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.